Hi, I'm Steve Shelburne, owner and operator of Shelburne RV here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. Well, good morning and welcome back to beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm back in Cleveland, Tennessee this week. Actually, I'm here for another 2 weeks because you can see I've got several basement airs waiting to be worked on. And so we're going to get those done. And then I've got the boys from VLRV out from South Carolina. Mr. Tony and Mr. Dallas are here today. We've got a river ranch that came in and they've never seen this before. So we're going to do a little testing on river ranch. They're going to see how this gets done. But yeah, we're going to dive into this. And like I said, I'm here for 2 weeks, so you get to see what's going on. So welcome back. All right, so river ranch is all done. We actually had 30-degree differential going on in it, so it's rolling. I really didn't show much on that because we've showed that in multiple other videos. So let me show you what's next on the list here in the shop. So a few weeks ago, we had this 6536 that came in, and you can see how gnarly that thing is. I've already done some testing on it. It has a bad control board. We changed out the control board, but somebody had been in here modifying. Look at that hard start they put on for the indoor or the outdoor fan. I'm gonna fix all this. We're gonna put this back right. Gonna clean that coil up, give it a bath, and then we got this 6538 that came in with the boys from VLRV that's got a problem. We're gonna look at it, see what's going on with it, and then there's another one in the box right there we're going to look at and see what's going on with it. And then we've got a Winnebago Sun Cruiser that's in here that's actually getting a brand new unit. So we're going to be pulling that one out and putting a brand new unit in it. So we got several things we're working on. So we got this unit on the test bench now. Look at here, 2.43 on compressor 1. We're looking good on compressor 2. This thing's got a low charge because look at the line. See how the line froze up right there? There's just some residual Freon in here. So we've got some kind of leak going on in this system, which is causing problems. So we're gonna have to dive into this. Figured out where the problem's at. If you look right there, get the light. Yeah, there you go. The reversing valve's actually broke. There's a crack in the. See the crack? I just broke it even more so you can see it. See right there? Yep, reversing valve's busted. All right, so the 6537 that we're working on for VLRV, Tony and Tony from VLRV, we got that all done. Had a bad reversing valve. Actually, I think I saved. Yeah, see it broke. The line was broke. The line was broke off. So I had bad reversing valve. We got that all built and repaired. I'm sorry I didn't grab no video of that. We were a little bit of in a rush yesterday. So I had to get that down and vacuumed and running and tested. And then we had a bunch of stuff we had to load on his truck. I had some basement airs going back with him. So I had to get all that loaded up and done because we had an appointment over in Dayton, Tennessee at the Suburban Manufacturing Plant to give him a tour of the Suburban plant. So I was trying to get through all that and I just got busy and forgot to get the video. Sorry about that. So anyways, this morning, 6536, we washed it up real good the other day. We're working on putting it back together. I'll show you that here in a minute. And then we're going to crack into that box right there. That stuff you see on top of that, if you've seen any of my other videos, that's ductwork for a Prevost that is coming in on Friday. So we'll go around and look at a few of these things. But we're working now on getting the 6536 put back together, and then we'll test run it, and then we'll dive into that one. So we've got this little Sun Cruiser right here, and this guy wanted to buy a brand new unit because this is old 6535. And so original unit for the coach. But now look what we found when we pulled it off of here. Absolutely plugged up. So filter wasn't getting changed, and then the return just fell off. So we know that the air has been leaking right there. So yeah, we're gonna do some cleaning here, get this rack ready. Got a brand new unit ready to go in this thing. Another project here in the shop is a 6537. Now, the outdoor fan is barely turning. We did find out the compressor 2, it did come in unhooked, but compressor 2 definitely has got a problem. Locked up, 63 amps. So we're going to dive into this. I wasn't real happy with the way compressor 1 was sounding, but it did kind of work. But yeah, compressor 1 is absolutely locked up. So we're gonna have to dive into that, but we're gonna get it apart, try to diag this fan right quick, because again, it was barely turning. So is it a capacitor issue? Is it a, it looks like it spins, but maybe a motor problem. So we got to figure out what's going on there. 2006 Prevost bus. Now this one here, somebody had done an update on an air conditioner, and I'd looked at this thing back in the fall, but look at see how it's got flex ducts right there? I don't know if you can see it, but that flex duct is actually pinched behind this return they did. And so the airflow in this thing is just horrendous. So at the moment, we're trying to get the unit out so we can tear all this apart. And I've got some good new residential ductwork we're gonna be putting in here, but just trying to get this thing tore out at the moment. Got the unit out. Now you can see that there's no way this unit was ever pulling air correctly. I can stick my hand through there. This thing was never installed right. This is just a mess, and this is what I run into. And of course, this is all pinched behind here, going up into the ductwork right there, the ceiling. So yeah, and look at that hose right there coming through. Didn't even seal that. So yeah, this is the problem with this stuff, is this was just it was never gonna work correctly, no matter what they did or tried. All right, so we got the unit out. Now, I don't know what the heck's going on here. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that drives me crazy. And then what happened back here? So, too lazy to pull it out and cut the top on it. I don't know what's going on here. So, we're going to get this opened up and see what the heck's going on, because I don't know why they did this or what's going on, but this ain't how we do this. Pull it out and do it the right way. We got this unit out, and it has rubbed a hole right here, so we're going to have to deal with that. That's got an issue right there, so we're going to get that brazed up. I have to put some Freon in this system, which again obviously is sealed from the factory right here. So I'm going to fix this. We're going to update the bearing, and this one should have had an updated bearing because it's sitting straight up like that. So 2 bearings are going to have to be put in this thing, and then we're going to have to fix some of these other issues where it was rubbing. So we're going to get that done now. Laid up underneath this unit right here, and I want to show you guys this, because look what they had stuffed in this is what they had stuffed in the return. Now, I'm not sure exactly how they thought that this wasn't restricting airflow. I mean, this is ridiculous. I've never seen anything done like this before. I mean, this is absolutely the jankiest thing I have ever seen. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. So we're going to have to figure this out. You can see we've got all the old junk ductwork out. You can see we've got the new residential ductwork here. Now, remember I showed you all that stuff? We actually went into the box, unterminated it, pulled the power down the correct way where it needed to be. I'm trying to get up in here. The power now, was coming up through here, and we rerouted it where it comes up correctly. Because remember, there's going to be a filter right here when we get done with this. So we pulled this in. We've got this re-terminated in the box where it's supposed to be correct. And so now, this is the 120 for the air conditioner. That's the lifeline cable. This is a cable we got to pull up inside there because we're rerouting that. But now we got this, so we can start looking at where our return's going to be. Good morning. We're back here on the Prevost bus. Now I'm going to take you down here and show you what we got going on. We got everything pretty well done. We just been doing a little foam work this morning, a little tape job getting this finished up. But let's take a look at this. All right, so you can see I've got the return mounted in here. Return comes down from the floor there, goes down there. We've been doing a little foam work right there. But this discharge, we've got it all in. It goes back over there across the plumbing. Comes over there, comes over and comes down, and we got to cut a little short piece. This piece right here, we got to cut to fit that. But we've already put the dummy unit in here, verified everything matches up. So we're just trying to get all this done right quick. I'll take you inside and show you what we got on this filter. So one of the challenging portions of this has been all the other country coaches we've done, that refrigerator's actually been over here. So this one's got it on the opposite side. The power panel on the other two I did updates was over here. This power panel's over here. Now obviously that's, you've seen in the video how challenging that was a little bit for what we were doing, but now you can see the filter's going to lay in right there. But yeah, this one's been a little challenging just because of the power situation. All right, so we got this one all finished up. Now I'm going to let you look inside here. You can see how we did all this duct work. But yeah, this thing was a mess when we got our hands on it the first time. And you can see it's all finished up and ready, and this thing's got great airflow. So yep, all done. All right, well there you go. That got us all finished up on that Prevost bus that you saw. And so yeah, he's down the road, but you've been asking, and there he is. Yep. Cousin Gary. Yeah, so I've been in Florida enjoying the nice warm sun, and Gary's been up here. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I think you got some snow or something, didn't you? Yeah. Cold. Yeah, it was real cold. So yeah, I mean, I miss Gary. I wish he was down there. We could have swam in the pool and drank margaritas together, done all that. But you were up here in the daggum cold, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So how things been going?
Up and down.
Up and down, yeah. It's been a little odd this year as far as like how many campers coming in and all that, but yeah, starting to warm up a little bit. It was a little chilly this week, but it's going to warm up next week from what I've heard. So yeah. So have you missed me?
Oh yeah.
See, he's the only one. The rest of them don't miss me. They're glad I'm gone. Wade's even over there laughing about that because he doesn't miss me. Gary's literally the only one that misses me. Yep. And you guys have been asking about him, so there he is. So there's Cousin Gary.
I'm still here.
So I'm going to be here again next week. Got one more week. I've got some other basement airs coming in. So I'll be here one more week, and then it's back to the grind down in beautiful Florida. But anyways, so I'm here for a week and glad to see Cousin Gary. So there you go. So we will see you guys next week here in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee. And as always, this video is
Cousin Gary approved.
You guys take care. We'll see you later.